Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy midshipmen. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that.
Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mids offense will get the ball for the first time. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. It is the great equalizer, a way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third, then their 4th option might be to pass the football.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. On target. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Navy.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 21-yard line.
Navy searching for a 4th down conversion.
3:25.
They'll run the sneak for it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game.
Jackrabbit.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Terrell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Navy quick to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Trying play action. Floating away. Got some room and under the goal line. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Gets the back moving on the option. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Florida Atlantic races to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him recently.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Here's the handoff. Picks up the first down. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Trying to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there? Incompletion.
You know, for quarterbacks out there throwing screen throws, part of your job on this play is negotiating the defender. You have got to find some way to get that ball to your running back. You can't let the defense knock that away.
Another incompletion on third down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Navy quick to the line. Now the play fake. He's going to run it. Gets the first himself. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Navy offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Leaves it with the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The give on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Flips it out to the back.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
And this one splits the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for space. It's Terrell. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll run it from the gun. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Offense gets set for second down. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll try the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They make the tackle, and he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone.
42 Spider.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right
here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Quickly complete. Great move, now he's got room. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got it behind the line. It's Carr. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Rodgers. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll run the option. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Navy searching for a 4th down conversion. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.